Hey guys, this is going to be a video of me opening up 50 packs from the Master Pack. And any of the cards that we get in those 50 packs, I'm going to be using to make a deck. This is actually looking really good for the start. Alright, I have 40 more packs to open up. Hopefully we can get something good. Five-headed linked dragon? Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan, and what is that? A Royal Finish XYZ Universe? Oriental Tribute? Oh, Swordsman of the Revealing Light. That's pretty good. Yeah, that pack was pretty good. That had a lot of stuff in it. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, 30 more packs to go. Let's go. Alright, 20 packs left. This is a lucky pack. Poltergeist, okay. Foolish Burial! Whoa! Wind Witch, Diamond Bell. Foolish Burial though? Okay, this is the final 10 packs. Let's go. Okay, let's see if I can whip up something in the deck editor. Alright, here we are in the deck editor. On the right, it shows every single card we got in those 50 packs up to a certain point. I'm not going to be using the cards that are not in those 50 packs, so the ones that we get for free, I'm not going to be using those or from solo play. This is the deck for the 50 pack challenge. Ended up going with the Pendulum Engine because I think the Pendulum Engine's the best one, honestly. Some really powerful cards I did pull was Roll Decree, which is insane. Evenly Matched, which is even better, because it just banishes all opponents' cards except one, which is really OP. Switcheroo, I put it in the deck. I didn't think it would be that big, but it was actually huge. This card legit won me like 2 duels. It's so good. It's so good. Oriental Tribute, just because it's a powerful card. I have some other generic cards like Battle Traps. I managed to pull 2 Twin Twisters in those 50 packs, which was kind of awesome. Some other cards, like, they're just random cards. They're just the best version of the cards available. And pretty much, this is the deck that I took into the duels, and I actually did really well in the duel. I managed to win a lot of the games, but I think it was mainly because I was playing against like newer players who didn't really want to play against my deck, and they just quit after they didn't win right away. It was really fun building a deck using all, like, what is it, like 500 cards? Like, it was tough. It was definitely tough, but I mean, it was definitely fun. I liked it a lot. The extra deck was jank though. I have a bunch of synchro monsters in the extra deck that I pulled. I have like a few tuners, like I think this guy's a tuner and this guy's a tuner. But really, like, I just put them there because like I was actually able to make some of them. Also, the XYZs are like really hard to make in this deck. The best cards I would say were the links, but I don't even think I made a single link in all the duels I played, simply because it was too hard, like 5 monsters. This one seems good, but it only has 400 attack. It's not very good. The duels went pretty good. I'm about to show them right now. I really like this deck. It was super fun doing this challenge, and maybe I'll do it again because I really enjoyed it. I just finished the duels, and I gotta say, dude, this deck was it shouldn't have been good. But there was one card that was insane, Switcheroo. And in the replays, you're gonna see, dude, the card just like took over the game completely. But I do have to admit, I didn't completely like win these duels. I think the other people, they just like gave up because they didn't want to deal with my deck. Because since it's like Pendulum Engine, I could just bring back everything. And I'm pretty sure they just left because they didn't want to deal with it. I just finished all the duels for the 50 pack challenge. I ended up getting into silver. I won a lot of the duels, which is surprising, but as you can see from the last 3 duels, dude, I was like, the duels went on really long. I'll be starting with the first replay. because it's probably one of my most favorite ones. Alright, here we are on Duel. This is going to be a long duel, so I'm going to be speeding it up. But real quick, my opening hand is not that good. I can't really do anything, but luckily I'm able to set a card so I can protect myself a little bit. The card I set, it has a long effect, but the reason it's good is because of the first line, which reads, "Cannot be destroyed by battle." So in this point in the game, I'm hoping he doesn't have anything that can get rid of it. And he's setting a bunch of traps and spells and stuff, which I'm not really afraid of because I have Evenly Matched. And if he manages to get rid of this card, I can just use Evenly Match and banish everything that he has, pretty much. I happen to top deck Switcheroo, which is going to come and play later. But pretty much he's just attacking me, he's trying to get rid of my monster, figuring it out. And I had to discard for cost because my hand's completely full. I actually discarded the wrong monster. I should have kept this guy in my hand, discarded like Dark Armed or something, but I mean, it doesn't really matter until later in the game. And I summon Kazan, and right now I'm just like, what do I do, you know? He's gonna summon this guy, who actually becomes quite a bit of a problem because this guy does pierce damage. So he attacks through this monster, and I'm gonna be taking damage. So now I can't stall on this. Like, now I have to do something. I activate Evenly Match because I'm like, well, I have to do something, you know? I have to get rid of the back row just in case. He's going to be attacking this. I'm looking for a monster I can normal summon, and I need to do that in order to summon this guy. This guy's effect is you contribute a monster that's been normal summoned to special summon this guy, and then it lets me normal summon again. And I had a couple plays, but pretty much the main play in my head was I need to get a bunch of monsters to match his. So this guy can like summon like 3 tokens or whatever, but I need to have equal number of monsters as he has, so I can use Switcheroo and we can switch monsters. And right here I summon 1 token, and I summon 2 tokens, I summon 3. I wanted to go into a synchro play, but sadly, I think this guy has the effect that after you normal summon a monster from your hand, like additionally, you can't special summon anything for the rest of the turn, so it kind of sucks. So here, what I do is I switch him to attack, and I use Switcheroo and I take his monsters. It's actually really cool because now I'm actually able to do something. And I pendulum summon 1, and I start attacking him. He's gonna activate his trap, which really doesn't do anything. And I'm able to clear both monsters. And now he has to face both those monsters, and I think he just gives up. But yeah, I mean, Switcheroo came in so clutch that game. Alright, here we go, duel number 2. This deck, I mean, this hand has a bunch of pendulum monsters, which is actually pretty good. I'm able to set up my scales and pendulum 2 monsters. Sadly though, this card, when it says a scale, I either have to tribute a monster or destroy it. So it's not going to be a permanent scale, which kind of sucks, because I wish it was. But I'm able to bring out 2 monsters and attack him, but he brings out this 24 guy, and I don't really have an answer to this 24 guy, like, right? He's just 2400, but I don't have any monster in my extra deck that I can make, or in my hand, or anything that can get rid of it. Since I don't have access to, like, a bunch of links, my extra deck is just, like, a bunch of random cards I got in those packs, so my skill kills itself because, like, it's not able to, like, destroy something during the standby phase, so I can't pendulum summon anymore. My only hope is to top deck a pendulum monster that's a scale 8, so I can pendulum summon again, but I'm able to use Royal Decree here, which shuts down all his trap cards, which is going to come in handy because he's running a trap heavy deck. This card has the effect where it can attack 3 times, and it can be destroyed by battle during my turn. It's not really useful. And I actually top decked the card I needed, which is really good. So I'm able to pendulum summon 2. Activate Supreme King Gate 0. He has an effect where I can destroy 2 cards, special summon a dragon from my extra deck. I should have special summoned this guy in defense. That was a huge misplay on my part. I thought I could special summon this guy from my extra deck. He's like a fusion monster. It's this guy. I thought I could special summon this and then he can become on my scale, but that wasn't the case. So I ended up summoning this guy in attack. It was a huge mistake because what he's going to do, he's just going to attack the guy who has 0 attack. I'm going to be down to 100 life points. So it's not looking really good for me. I'm down to 100 life points, and I happen to draw a card that would have outed his monster, which is I pay life points and my monster gains like double attack. But I mean, I'm not able to do it anymore because, you know, I only have 100 life points. So here, I tribute my Gold Fang to set Cyber Dragon. I need to get something that's bigger than this. That's all I need to do. So right now I'm stalling. I'm just trying to like drag this out as long as I can in order to get a monster that's strong enough to beat over him. And everything I'm drawing is not doing anything. He's not really able to do anything either. My only thing I'm really afraid of is if he top decks a monster. Like if he can draw a monster and he can like get too many monsters on his board. I can't really do anything about it. He ends up surrendering though. And this is the third duel. This is my favorite duel, honestly, because, dude, you'll see it. This duel was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I did misplay, though. I wish I would have played it better, but... First of all, he's playing, like, what is it? A red Archfiend. He goes into a bunch of synchro monsters. He actually has good monsters, like Chaos Rulers and Ultra Rare. I believe, like, some of these cards are, like, super rare, so his deck is stacked. Like, he has a legit deck. So, I don't know why he's in bronze, because his deck is really good, but he's going to summon his boss monster. Pretty much what it does is it can negate any monster effect by banishing itself, and then it banishes all cards it controls. So it's like, I lose everything. It's really overpowered. And he's not going to end on just that, because if he ended on just that, I might be able to get over it, but now he has Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which can negate one card I control. So, I'm in a really bad situation, but I happen to top deck Switcheroo, so I'm like, okay. Wouldn't it be funny if I can figure out a way to activate Switcheroo and steal his 2 monsters? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out, like, man, what can I do to, like, get him to bait out? And I figured it out. This card, he keeps negating this effect. And even if he did negate it, I would have been able to make a synchro, but it wouldn't have did much. So I'm like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Switcheroo. I'm going to activate this next turn. And hopefully he negates this effect again in order for me to Switcheroo and steal his 2 monsters. He uses Ash Blossom on this dude. Doesn't really matter. The search wasn't going to be a big deal because my skills are bad. My skills are 6 and a 4. He's going to special summon some more monsters, and this is where he makes a mistake. He gets rid of the card that lets him negate. So this card, you can target one face-up monster your opponent, or excuse me, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and negate it. So if I activated Switcheroo, like when he had that monster up, he could just negate it and I'd lose Switcheroo. And I only own 1 copy in his deck. So he summons his boss monster, right? And he activates the effect to tribute it. Now, I'm able to activate Switcheroo because I fulfill the conditions. So, I'm going to be stealing his 2 monsters, his 2 boss monsters. And I steal this guy, and I steal this guy, and both of them are really strong. I just attack over his monster, and I'm chilling, man. I'm hard chilling. I have a Shrink, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. If he's going to attack over me, I can just activate Shrink. And then I'm just getting ready, just going to start attacking over him, doing as much damage as I can. He has a lot of life points, but I mean, I took his 2 boss monsters, so I'm not sure if he can do much. He activates that card, which is a really good top deck. So he gets rid of all monsters except this one. So now I only have this card, and it's really good. If he activates anything, I can just banish all cards he controls. And I think he's trying to bait it out. He's trying to bait this card out. And what I was thinking at the time is, like, it banishes itself, right? It banishes itself to banish all cards the opponent controls. And I was wondering, like, do I get it back if it banishes? And I was like, I don't think I do, but I wasn't sure. So I didn't want to use it. I was trying to hold on to it as long as possible. And I was letting him do his synchro plays or whatever, because I'm like, well, as long as he can't make anything, if he makes anything to, like, get rid of this, then instantly I'm going to banish it. But if he can't, then I'm not going to do anything about it. And he's just using Chaos Ruler to search his deck. He's going to use this special summon. And this is where I misplayed. He uses Red Resonator to target my synchro, so he can gain 4,000 life points. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to let you gain 4,000 life points. What I should have did was just let this go through, because at the end of the day, I control a 4,000 attack monster. I can just instantly kill him over time. But I use this effect here because I'm like, maybe I'll get it back. Maybe I won't get it back. I don't know. I banish everything. And during the next standby phase, he gets it back. And I was sad. I was like, oh man, I just gave him a 7,000 attack monster, you know? Like, I kind of messed up really bad. I'm able to Pendulum Summon 2. I'm going to target this. And I'm going to go into this Mare. Mare is okay. I'm able to go into a Synchro, which is White Aurora. Doesn't really do much. It says target a fish. I don't have any fish in my graveyard. The real reason I made it was because if it goes to the graveyard, I can banish a water, which I only have 1, and reborn this. I can bring it back. So I'm like, well, I just gotta, like, wall up, you know? I just gotta, like, stall him out. So he's gonna make a Synchro. The Synchro he makes, like, destroys all, what is it again? It destroys all special summon effect monsters, so he destroys this, but I just bring it back. I'm gonna summon it in attack. My reasoning for summoning it in attack rather than defense was, if he attacks with this guy first, I'm gonna use Shrink and destroy his monster, which I do, but it was a gamble. He could have attacked with this one first. And then I'm down to, like, 2,500 life points. He just scoops. I actually top decked a really good card, Red Dragon Archfiend. I don't know if it would have like helped too much, but I think I would have just stalled. I would have just stalled as much as I can. I think he gave up because he didn't want to like duel against my deck anymore. But yeah, those are the duels. There's a couple other ones, but I don't think they're that good. A lot of people just like gave up right away because they didn't want to duel the deck. I hope you liked this video. I hope you have a great day or night, and maybe I'll see you later. Peace.